Hi, it's Sarah here from Crafting and Stamping, and I'm back with another quick tip. And my tip today is about using our black and white papers. Now, you've probably already seen some of my cards this week where I've actually been using what I think of as more the white side of the paper, and these are florals that are great for colouring in. But we've also got this other side of the paper. That was the other of the white. So these are what I think of as being the black side of the paper, and there's still a lot that you can do with these to transform them, and it's really helpful that we can colour with these in so many different mediums. So you can actually take something like this spotted one and you could colour each of the spots to match a project that you're doing for a background paper. So if you're working on Christmas projects, then you could colour in the spots or even the flowers, these sorts of items, with red and green pens, whether that's blenders or Stampin' Blends, whether it's Stampin' Right markers, whether you even get an ink pad and a blender pen and colour with these. Let me just give a quick show of what you can do with this. So one way that you can colour with an ink pad and blender pen is if you shut the pad to and then get that between your palms and just squish like that, and then open back up again. That actually puts you a little bit of ink in the top of your lid, which makes a great palette to be able to pick up with your blender pen and then just colour straight onto the paper. So if you don't have all of the markers or Stampin' Blends in the colours that you want to use, presumably you do have the ink pad because that's what you're wanting to use, then you can still colour in with ink pad and blender pen. And I've shut that and I'm going to need it again in a bit. And I would just say, you know, just scribble off onto some scrap until it runs absolutely clear, and then your pen's ready to use again with a different colour. So that's just one quick way of using these, and like I say, similar in a lot of ways though to how we've been colouring in the flowers on the reverse. So what I'm wanting to show today is something just a little bit different, and for this I've actually gone for the striped design, and I'm going to be using the little Get Well Soon sentiment, and this is from the Ringed with Nature set. This would also work with Happy Anniversary. You could use the same idea and use the Happy Anniversary stamp, or you could use a different stamp set entirely. What you're after is a small enough sentiment that it's going to fit in these white spaces. And what I've done is just pick out some different colours, bright colours, because I think you want something that is bright enough to show between the black and white. And I'm just going to, if I start with this one, I'm probably inking it a bit much, and I should have my pad underneath, and here it is. Let's just, because I'm using photopolymer stamps, so a pad underneath gives you a better stamped impression. So I've got this a bit well inked, but never mind. And there we can go. And I'm going to then stamp over to one side. And I've perhaps not got that one very well placed. Some of these are a little bit thin, but I'm trying to show how we can do this without having to clean the stamp every time. I am going to need to clean it this time. And I'm going to switch to a different colour. We'll go with the Parakeet Party. And I'm going to stamp this above. You do tend to need to stand up so that you can see where this is going. And I'm going to actually end up with a pattern, because this will give a diagonal colour pattern, because I'm stamping it in the same place each time. You can avoid that by stamping a lot more randomly, but I actually quite like the idea of a diagonal pattern. So that's that one. And then I'm going to use the Sweet Sorbet. And again, and then, like I say, we're going to get a repeat. So I will continue with this. I'll put a link to the blog post below when it goes live so that you can see the finished card. But like I say, this is another way of using these black and white papers and using the darker side of them. So like I say, you can colour these with whatever medium you prefer, and it's well worth having a go at doing a little bit of stamping on these. So I hope that that gives you an idea for using these papers. Of course, this works as well with any other sort of stripe paper that you've got. So let me bring in. This one's probably a bit too narrow. We won't get very much in there, but if you find a broader stripe, then that stripe can be used for putting in text. So thank you for stopping by. Please do subscribe to my channel below so that you get to see a quick tip every Friday and a quick card every Monday. Thank you.